Well, we're coming up to that special time of year, aren't we?
Ooh,
Special
are
time
we
of year.
now?
The day dedicated to the benevolent god Johan.
Johan.
Johan's Day is a traditional Driftwood holiday where together the whole isle gets together and sacrifices one person.
Yeah, one person.
Deemed the ultimate gift, a young sacrifice was chosen from the local village, usually in an elaborate lottery system. The sacrifice would then be taken to Altar Square. If you're new to Driftwood, don't confuse Altar Square with that's the one where they have the sacrificial altar. Okay, Gallows Square is different. That's where they would execute prisoners.
Not as sacrifices.
Not sacrifices. Very different. And then also Market Square is not that one either way. That's where the artisanal farmers market takes place every second Sunday. Okay, so you gotta.
People do die there sometimes.
Yes.
And also, if you want to get food, don't mistake it and go to Farmers Square, which is just a square named after John Farmer.
Yeah, it's
Nothing happens.
nothing
There's
happens
nothing
there.
going on there.
No, I believe there's never been a death there.
Never.
Unusual because people love deaths and squares on this island sometimes.
Best place for a death.
Absolutely.
If you're going to die, make it in a square.
Try to crawl to a square if you can.
Yeah. That's the way to get noticed. Big empty patch of land.
Location.
Location.
And if that location is a square, even better.
All the
Ding,
better.
ding, ding. A ring a ding, ding. That's where you would use it.
There you go.
That's where it would go in.
Penny figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm
She
listening.
cracked the code on ring-a-ding-ding.
You know what? If you want it, you can have it.
I think just to get it away from you, I might take it.
But you have to use it.
I don't think you'll use ring-a-ding-ding for good. I think the weight of ring-a-ding-ding will crush you, Bench.
To evil? Just only for evil.
I am willing to let go of it if you promise to use it. I don't want it to
find one
go
for you.
away.
Yeah.
We'll find one for you.
Something will come up naturally.
Keep peppering them in as you see fit.
Well, that's fine.
I didn't like that one.
I didn't like it
That
at
felt
all.
kind of sarcastic.
Yeah, it felt like you were mocking me.
Yeah.
I was trying to support you, and it felt like you were like,
Felt kind of fighty.
yeah, like if you just said that, that's fine. Then it was like, okay, he agrees with me. But the way you said it as a catchphrase did have a mocking tone.
Okay, can I try one more time?
Bray, hit us.
Well, that's fine.
Now that was even more like you're mocking me.
I was trying to
You
do
know
it.
what? Let's
Put
bench
this aside.
this.
Yeah, we're gonna bench this for
Hey.
bench.
That would be a really good catchphrase.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
Also, again, one that he would be really good at using.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you used it perfectly.
I don't want to confuse people though, because I do have my yearly fundraiser called Benching for Bench, where I have a bunch of people do as many bench presses as they can to raise money for my rent.
So it's weird that you didn't think of that catchphrase.
I know.
Then Penny just nailed it.
But again, I don't want people to get confused with Benching for Bench.
I'm a part-time copywriter in the creative and advertising space. So that's actually me writing really catchy taglines for people. Not uncommon.
Are you going to give that to Bench for his fundraiser, or I feel like you should just keep that
I think
because
the
you
interesting,
really knocked it out of the park.
I mean, the interesting thing about being a part-time copywriter is you really, you don't just give it away for free, not when you've got a business. So
Value.
If you bring a ding ding for free, and I came up with that. No one has ever said that before.
I don't know if it was
I
given
feel
for
like,
free. I feel like
yeah.
it was on the ground and I just picked it up.
I feel like she pried that
Yeah.
from your hands.
As you
Much-
screamed at me.
Yeah, sort of gladiatorial style as the crowd
It's a real,
cheered and was happy that she did.
a real one ring situation with my relationship to that catchphrase. It's mine.
One ring situation?
Yeah, the one ring. Are you familiar with it?
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, we don't have time for that.
We don't have time
Okay.
for the extended edition.
I will start talking about the Silmarillion, and we will be here all
Not
day.
again. There was so many complaints for that one time.
Why are all the elves called Fae something?
Anyway, the benevolent old god Johan was deemed to have really mellowed out in his waning years. However, no one's really worked out if the waning was from just like, older age, taking things easier, less being up for punishment, or all the sacrifices. And to be honest, no one's willing to risk it to check.
Yeah.
So what we would like to do, obviously, like what we do now even, is that instead of doing a death sacrifice, because it's not really like, it's kind of frowned upon these days to like,
People
Heck,
don't like it
yeah.
that much
It's
anymore.
a real PC culture thing. You can't
Yeah.
sacrifice a person anymore.
yeah. So yeah, obviously there was like a lot of
That was
complaints.
Maybe that could be your catchphrase.
That could be your catchphrase. On a different show, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like one of those different radio stations.
No.
It sounded very natural
I'm
for
gonna
you.
It sounded real normal for you to say that.
No.
It sounded like you say it often in your personal life.
Rolled out real smooth.
No.
Well practiced.
Just no.
I don't think that can be the catchphrase.
Let's not make that a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Continue.
I don't think just no can be the catchphrase, but okay. Yeah, so what we do...
Let's not make that a thing. Can that be a catchphrase?
That's not so much a catchphrase as a desperate plea of a man.
I feel like I say that a lot. I feel like in this room I say that a lot.
Feels like a desperate plea. Yeah, now instead of sacrificing their life, we just sacrifice their time. We choose the busiest islander we can find, send them into the middle of the woods in an RV, make sure there's no Wi-Fi, there's no phone signal. We at best give them a book that they didn't plan or want to read, so it's not like they can finish that book they've been trying to read. You know, we just make sure it's a real waste of a 24 or 36 hours for them. And yeah, do it that way. And that seems to work. But again, is it working because it's a sacrifice, or is Johan just not interested anymore? Will we ever know?
It's the price we would all have to pay if he is interested and we stop doing it is not worth the risk.
Imagine we got it wrong.
Oh boy.
That'd be so embarrassing. That's like turning up to a party without a gift and you didn't realize everyone was bringing gifts. Like, ugh.
I think everyone else made a
Doing
sacrifice
that.
to Johan and we didn't.
Oofed.
Because we do want his gifts, you know,
Yeah, I
his
assume
graces.
all the other countries are doing that right now.
Yeah.
We
They
don't want to
must
be the
be.
one country not sacrificing to Johan.
They gotta
Yeah.
be.
They gotta be.
I think Johan's gifts of easing awkward moments at parties.
What a guy.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy.
Small
It's
talk,
like-
Johan. He saves you from the small talk.
He saves you from that. He absolutely saves you from those moments where you think you're going to bump into an ex.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Johan will cause a distraction
Yeah.
of some description.
When you're going to an event or a party that you're worried you're going to run into an ex, give a little prayer to Johan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make
He's
a little
also-
sacrifice and he'll look out for you.
He's also the god of stopping people from talking over each other.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's actually really good that he does that.
Yeah.
I like that he does that.
It really saves a lot of people a lot of confusion.
Because people don't really like it, hearing it happen.
They like hearing one person end a sentence clean before another person talks.
Yes, they do.
Some might say that it sort of obstructs the flow of a conversation.
Is that a gap? I feel like that's a gap. I agree.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our sacrifice.
Indeed. And hopefully Johan will look down upon our clearly delineated lines and give us many graces for our sacrifice of the cohesion of the conversation.
I was going to say look down or up.
True. Because he is a maritime god.
He is a maritime god, and they are most often under the sea.
Indeed.
Not to be confused with hell, which is under the sea.
Different. These are two different things,
Mhm.
which is important that residents of the Driftwood Isles know.
Mhm.
Because, you used to say, hey, looking up from us, people would think that's an insult. No, they're just in the water.
Mhm.
And it's actually very cool and calm and comfortable in the water.
Swimming with the fishes is a positive thing.
Yeah.
I said sing because I wanted to say thing and saying.
And saying,
It's a positive saying.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, swimming with the fishes. Doesn't that sound lovely?
I would love to do that.
Bunch of cute fishes all around you swimming around.
When Brando says it in The Godfather as a threat, I was like, I don't get why that's a threat.
Yeah.
You'll be swimming with the fishes.
It's flawless, Brando. Flawless.
So good at that.
Yeah. It just brings to mind like, oh, gonna go on vacation. It'll be lovely.
Can I just say something? I don't know if anyone else
Please.
has noticed. Our conversation feels real stilted all of a sudden.
Johan, well, it's interesting because he's the god of saving you from awkward pauses, and he's also the god of clean delineated, which kind of facilitate awkward pauses when there's clearly delineated space between each sentence that someone's saying. So it's a bit counterintuitive. Johan. Johan is a god of contradictions, I would say. Yeah. As are we all.
Johan's also the god of audio producers who love a clean audio track that does not have more than one person. Like he doesn't want multiple tracks to be dealing with all at the same time with like different people in different levels. He wants like a clean one track, a pause, a beat, and then the next.
Those producers don't care if the conversation flows.
No,
they only care about the waveform.
They just
They're
want
always
it
talking
to
about,
sound
and we can all say there's the prayer, of course, we all know to say to Johan, which is, "Can we get it clean?"
Indeed.
Johan loves a hand clap.
Indeed. And now Bench. And now I go. And now Johan is sated.
Thank God, because I can't keep like
Not
pausing and like
Yeah,
not
this
talking
is a
over
lot.
you.
We gotta
Like,
move
I
on.
just
We gotta
like
get
that's
this
so
going.
much.
We
Like
cannot have
I
at the
apologies
same
to
time.
Johan, but this is ridiculous, man.
I had
All right.
so many thoughts I just had to ignore because I couldn't talk over it.
It's every time someone talks, I'm just like, well, I have a thing to say. I want to hear my
hate
voice.
waiting for other people to finish saying
It's
their
so
darn
ridiculous.
bullshit.
Like, why should I have to wait for them to stop when I have something ready to go?
Gotta get it out. This feels better. I'm so glad. Oh Johan sucks.
Johan can go fucking.
Johan is such a downer.
Ring a ding ding.
Ring a ding ding.
Can I
It
just
doesn't
say,
work when you use it.
Penny, it's so natural when you drop a
When
ring a
you
ding
do
ding in
it,
there.
it just sounds like you're imitating the one before. Like this is a Brando impression all of a sudden.
Okay, can I try to do it as a brand impression? I was going to try
Yeah.
to wing a ding wing.
Wing a ding wing.
That wasn't quite there.
You could sell that to Pete's Wing Emporium.
That's true.
Yeah,
They can market that for you.
you could sell
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
Although I think you could sell it,
Oh yeah.
Penny, because
Maybe
now
I'll
it's
sell-
yours. You
can you
own
be
that.
my agent?
Absolutely.
Great.
Oh,
Done.
lovely. And
Easy.
a business and a deal is struck.
And thus, a
And
deal.
thus, a deal is struck.
And on that note, we are going to go on a slightly longer break. Before we do, we just want to thank today's sponsor, which is Mirrored Mirrors. Tired of being flipped and showing you wrong mirrors? Try Mirrored Mirrors, the only mirrors that show you who you really are. Mirrored mirrors on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? It's you, and this is what you actually look like. Good. You look good. For Good Morning Driftwood, we'll see you soon.
Indeed.
Good Morning Driftwood is executive produced and hosted by Zach Stewart, Laura Hotchkiss, and Daniel Kvoras. Engineered and produced by Zach Stewart. Music by Daniel Kvoras.